my aunt is owns a business in the US, and so she's willing to discount the purchase of 50% of her business for me. Would that be okay for the E2 visa?
Happy to explain. There's several considerations here. So the E2 visa law definitely does not prohibit business purchase or investment from a U.S. family or relative member. That is certainly possible. And we got an E2 visa approved where our client purchased a U.S. business owned by a relative or family member or started up a new venture together with a U.S. family member. But oftentimes, visa officers or immigration officers will scrutinize the transaction more closely to ensure that the business investment is truly for the purpose of pursuing a business opportunity and not just because, and not that the U.S. relative is simply helping a family member get a visa. So we have to ensure that the entire transaction has all the formalities and normalities of buying a business from a complete stranger. So when the transaction is between family members, typically these officers may be more skeptical about the purchase price, whether that is the true market price based on the true market value of the business, or is it a artificially depressed, reduced purchase price because of the family connection. So oftentimes I would recommend as a prudent strategy to get an independent business valuation report to submit together with the E2 application to demonstrate that the purchase price, in fact, is the market value of the business to establish credibility of the business investment. Now, going back to your question, can the U.S. on sell the majority shares or partial ownership of the business to the prospective E2 applicant at a reduced price? That is a risk factor for the E2 visa. If the reduced price falls below the range of the market value of the business, then it could take away the credibility of investment and cause the immigration officer to believe that this is not a genuine investment to pursue a business opportunity. This is simply a U.S. relative, helping out a relative get a visa to live in the U.S. So, but the reality is that most businesses, when it is evaluated by an appraiser, there typically is a range of market value from low end to high end. It's not usually a specific dollar amount. And as long as the purchase price is within that range of potential market value, then it typically should be fine. So we just want to make sure whatever is the settled purchase price, that it is well within the range of the current market value for that business.